It had to like come out of my comfort zone, and it seems like it's all been worth it, you know? It seems like, okay, finally I did get into a good college, even though it was such a long process. So it's just felt good. I felt proud of myself. I'm Misha. I went to Srinagar School, Noida, and I'll be joining Northwestern University in the fall of this year. I joined pretty late, like I joined in the beginning of my 12th grade. So I was already as overwhelmed as one can be when preparing for college. I didn't think I had the grades. I was sure I have enough extracurriculars and all, but I didn't think I would have the grades even by the end of it. When I joined Athena, it was actually pretty chill. My counselors were Tanya ma'am and Dikshita ma'am, and they were both so nice, and they were in the same field that I wanted to go into. So I felt really understood. Like I was rarely anybody who I'd come across who was going into journalism or history or whatever from India. And so when I came in, they did a whole profile building of my whatever I'd done so far, and like it all seemed to connect finally. That made me really excited. They also made like a clear path for me. Like in the beginning, I was confused between what major I was exactly going to take. I'd done pretty much the similar stuff. Like I'd done editorial board, research paper, internship, whatever. And I knew I wanted to go into the humanities. But they like laid out a perfect path, and I was like, okay, journalism, that aligns perfectly. And it seems like it's all been worth it, you know? It seems like, okay, finally I did get into a good college, even though it was such a long process. So it's just felt good. I felt proud of myself. I think it's made me more sure of my path. In the beginning, I was pretty sure that I was going to be a history major, which I probably will be still, like a double major or something. But I wasn't as encouraged to like go into journalism because I don't know, like it just wasn't right in front of me. I just thought, okay, I have to pick a subject. I never thought I could do something that's more application oriented. So I was like, oh, history or literature or something or the other. But when I came to Athena, I became more and more sure that, okay, journalism is much more like aligned to what I've been doing. Under Athena, I like started a research paper, which was in history only, but it made me even more sure that, okay, I need to combine my interests. I need to make it like politics and writing. I enjoy this kind of stuff. I love writing. I love doing the extracurriculars. So I was just excited. Athena made me more sure of myself and more sure of the path I wanted to take. And overall, just much more confident in my writing abilities, because every time I wrote essays, I got complimented. So I was like, thanks. So I just like felt really good about my writing. The funniest part is that my mom was like set on Northwestern from like the beginning of my process. She was like, Northwestern is perfect for you, just go. And I was like, first of all, I like barely heard of the university. So I was like, no. Then second of all, I was like, it's so cold. I'm not going there. I'm not going to Chicago. I did a lot of research for the college essay, which was just why Northwestern. So when I did that, I did really like the programs. They're very application oriented. Like I do like 2-3 quarters off campus, just like either interning or going to somewhere else, like on field reporting, which I really liked. I hate to say this, but I'm not an academic person, and I get made fun of a lot because everybody's like, you're going to Northwestern. I'm like, but I'm still not an academic person. Even when I was doing IB in 11th and 12th, I made sure that I took something that was more application oriented. So I had filmmaking as a subject, and I also had my like very writing oriented subjects like history and English and all that. But like film kept me sane because I was like forced to get out of the house even if I had to study like all day. So I need that kind of thing, and so I thought journalism was like the really perfect choice at Northwestern. My final project in film was like the 7-minute film I had to make, and I made a documentary on my grandparents. And it's much longer actually, but I had to cut it down to 7 for the submission. But so I like traced their entire history. So we went to like Chandni Chowk. I mean, they came from Pakistan, so they couldn't go to Pakistan. But like, you know, we went to that border area. We went to Amritsar. We went to Chandni Chowk. Then we went to CP, which is where they worked and where they met. Then we went to that college. So like it's not reporting, but I did talk to like random people in Chandni Chowk. And we ran into like my dadu's like padosi at that time. And he thought everybody had left Chandni Chowk, but she was still there, and she's like 93 years old. Wow. So she was telling me all the stories of that time. But like, she was so nice. And my dadu actually, because of that meetup, he like went back a few months after that because he was like, I didn't know she was still there. Her name was Shanti. My grandparents were so happy because we did the entire thing. Like they felt so good about like revisiting all those memories. So it's not like reporting, but I did had to like come out of my comfort zone. I like had a lot of fun writing my essays, especially because I got like complete creative artistic freedom, right? So I would like tell Tanya ma'am that, hey, can I make this essay a poem? And she was like, yeah. Sure. So that was like my favorite part overall. I think I made, so there was one question I think in University of Virginia, which was like which course would you like to teach at University of Virginia? And so I like gave the answer in the form of how courses are listed. So I was like course 1010, and then I gave it a name and timings and location. So that was like my favorite part. Like being able to do fun things like that. I think that's like the best part about the US college process. So probably little things like that. I took IB, right? I transitioned from CBSE to IB in 11th. So that was really hard. I was most scared about like math and CS because those weren't my strong points at all. And if I'd stayed in CBSE, I'd probably done like humanities without math. So when I did IB, I like became really confident of my math and my computer science also, but mostly because I worked so hard, because I was like told by everybody that you are not getting in anywhere if you don't get a 40 plus in IB. And I had more pressure at home because like everybody in my family is completely STEM. My sister, my dad, my mother, everybody. So I was just like, I need to fit in kind of thing. So I was like, okay, I have to like do well in math, and I did. So I think I really like became confident of the fact that you don't have to be just like a humanities person. You can be humanities, you can be STEM, you can be whatever. And I would like to think that I did everything. So I did try to do everything and I became more confident. That was one obstacle, I think. Nobody take offense, okay? But it's Dikshita and Tanya.